أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. We have seen in the preceding podcasts the Jews' ingratitude of divine favors on them and their disobedience of divine orders. They deserved the divine wrath they were subjected to subsequently. The next verse of Surah Al-Baqarah speaks of that wrath. Verse 261, 61st verse of the second chapter of the Qur'an. وَإِذْ قُلْتُمْ يَا مُوسَى لَن نَّصْبِرَ عَلَى طَعَامٍ وَاحِدٍ فَادْعُ لَنَا رَبَّكَ يُخْرِجْ لَنَا مِمَّا تُنبِتُ الْأَرْضُ مِن بَقْلِهَا وقصائها وفومها وعدسها وبصلها قال أتستبدلون الذي هو أدنى بالذي هو خير اهبطوا مصرا فإن لكم ما سألتم وضربت عليهم الذلة والمسكنة وباءوا بغضب من الله ذلك بأنهم كانوا يكفرون بآيات الله ويقتلون النبيين بغير الحق ذلك بما عصوا وكانوا يعتدون. Translation: And when you, that is Moses' people, said, O Moses, we cannot indeed endure but one kind of food. So, invoke your Lord on our behalf to bring forth for us agricultural products like herbs, cucumbers, garlic, lentils and onions. He, that is Moses, said, Would you change what is better for what is worse? Go down to a town. You will certainly get there what you want. And they were hit by ignominy and poverty, and they incurred Allah's wrath. That was because they were suppressing Allah's signs, verses, and they were killing the prophets wrongfully. That was because they disobeyed and they were crossing the limits. Comments: Living ignominiously in this very world could well be the lot of those who exceed Allah's set limits in their disobedience of divine commands. It was the lot of the Jews for the same crime in the pre-Quranic times. As this verse we are presently studying informs us. For the same crime besides verse 578, that is 78th verse of Surah 5 informs us, they incurred the curse of prophets David and Jesus. Verse 312, that is 112th verse of Surah 3, read with verse 310, that is 110th verse of Surah 3, informs us further that the said crime could bring about the same fate of living ignominiously in this very world on Ahlul Kitab, that is, people of the book. Muslims of the present day world, being one of the peoples of the book, are afflicted with the same fate for the same crime, the crime of persistent disobedience of Quranic commands. Living ignominiously, yes, but still living. There's a ray of hope therein, nevertheless, from the merciful Lord. It is as though He is warning us through the ignominy we Muslims are suffering or facing to mend our ways, to revert to obedience of His commands in letter and in spirit before it is too late, before we are finally lowered into our graves.